In this massive land of elections that we live in, we're zooming into India's national capital, Delhi. And that's where we're sitting today to bring you a Democratic Newsroom episode on a place called Delhi. This is a place that lacks size, but what it lacks in size, it makes up for in outsized symbolism, importance, and prestige that raids political significance to all parts of the country. So who rules Delhi in many ways has bragging rights in different parts of this land of elections. Joining me on this special episode of Democratic Newsroom on a beautiful late winter's morning here in the national capital is India Today's political team. These are the people you've seen on screen. They need no introduction because they are in the Delhi Dangal, bringing you the mood of the national capital and how it's going to vote in what is arguably the most crucial and tantalizing election that most of us have seen in our careers. Preeti Chaudhary, Sneha Mordani, Mausami Singh, Pooja Shali, Aishwarya Paliwal and Amit Bharadwaj. We've got many more who will be joining in a little later. But here on this special episode of Democratic Newsroom, we wanted to give you a flavor right from these horses' mouths what Delhi is really thinking about right now. Preeti, I'll kick it off with you. You've been out and about in Delhi at this time. Simple, brief question. What's your one headline? We're just a few days away from polling now. I know there are many things that we, look at when we cover elections, but is there one thing that's standing out for you?
It's a referendum election. I think if there is one headline to the Delhi elections, it can be very clearly said that this is a referendum election for Arvind Kejriwal. It's a vote for or against Arvind Kejriwal. And I think that will decide a lot on the politics, not Shiv, the Delhi politics, but I would think the national politics, because if he actually wins this election, he'd be taking oath for the fourth time. Very few leaders, have been able to do so. And then that puts him in a very, very different league where it comes down to national politics. But if he loses, then it's a massive hit for the Aam Aadmi Party. The referendum is against Arvind Kejriwal. And then it'll be very, very difficult for the party to, galvanize again. Delhi is its Achilles heel. It's the heart of the Aam Aadmi Party. It needs to safeguard Delhi. So if there's one headline, a referendum
And
election.
Arvind Kejriwal has been the big daddy of Delhi politics for over a decade now. So in many ways, for an entire generation, people don't even know what came before Kejriwal. So it's, for many of us also, who really remembers what came before that? Of course, there was Sheila Dikshit, etc. But Mausami, your big headline? And you've been to all parts of Delhi in the last 1 month.
All my life covering in journalism, Shiv, I've been to Delhi, to all parts of Delhi, covering the floods and the hospitals and all the Delhi politics. So, as a cub reporter, you start off with Delhi. So, we've got Delhi at the back of our hand, and I think this one is a clash of personalities. You've seen a turnaround as far as the AAP and the Congress saga is concerned, and then yet again, you've got the larger-than-life persona of PM Modi. So it's Prime Minister Narendra Modi versus an Arvind Kejriwal versus the relevance of Rahul Gandhi calling out Kejriwal is what I think is unique this time round.
Rahul Gandhi has not been attending his rallies. He's unwell, apparently. Is he really unwell?
He is really unwell. He's got some bad cough and cold or something. He's not well. He didn't go to Belgavi. So once we know that he's not gone to Belgavi, his 3 to 4 rallies have been cancelled, and that's a setback. That's why you have the BJP saying that there's a tacit
Where are the
understanding.
Gandhis and fixed match, etc.
Fixed match,
Amit, you track the Aam Aadmi Party also very, very closely. Are they feeling the heat? Is Kejriwal feeling the heat this time? Preeti says the referendum on him personally. How is that reflecting on the ground? Is there some nervousness? Anti-incumbency, 10 years not a joke.
It is a referendum on Arvind Kejriwal and Aam Aadmi Party, and there are taking a statement a bit ahead. I think even if Aam Aadmi Party manages to win and their bandwagon stops around 41 to 45, the danger will be much bigger. It's better to lose Delhi than to get only 41 to 45 seats, because in that scenario you are standing on a ticking time bomb where every now and then there will be speculations that whether Aam Aadmi Party MLAs are switching to the BJP. And possibly, if you look at the trajectory, what was the biggest asset of Aam Aadmi Party, Arvind Kejriwal? Kattar Imandar. With that excise policy case, there's a dent in that image. common man, Reynolds pen, shirt, loose pants, is walking around. Sheesh Mahal, the BJP's attack on the house, that has dented that Aam Aadmi image. Now that you're left with is unbreakable.
Yeah,
You can't break apart Aam Aadmi Party. Nobody is switching sides. In Gujarat, the MLAs have not left. In Goa, the MLAs have not left. Punjab, the unit remains intact. So if they're able to break in Delhi, split Aam Aadmi Party in Delhi, as Manish Sisodia was also telling me that in Tihar, he had gotten an offer from BJP to switch sides to become Chief Minister of Delhi. So that is a dangerous scenario. So that is why AAP is looking for a window of 51, 55, 58 seats. Will Mahila Samman Yojana, Sanjeevani Yojana drive it home?
No, they've been front-footing all those promises and stuff as well, which seems to indicate that they realize that they've got a fight on their hands apart from this referendum. But, Sneha, just before we began this shoot, you said something really interesting. You said the Congress party, far from sort of ducking this election, is taking it head on because they also sniff some good news for them.
Well, absolutely. I think there's a split in the Muslim vote, clearly, in Delhi. And what I also feel is that the choice of candidates in some seats has gone wrong for the Aam Aadmi Party. Maybe the compulsions to field in Amanatullah Khan again from Okhla, but it may not work. It may backfire for the Aam Aadmi Party, and guess who gains? It's the Congress. AIMIM was initially planning to contest in about 10 to 12 seats out of the 70, where the Muslim vote is above 30%, but they haven't. They're only contesting in two areas, Okhla, which has Shaheen Bagh, where rioting took place and where protests regarding the NRC and CA took place, and the other is Mustafabad. My sense really is that if the Muslim voter is unhappy, they're going to be unhappy with their candidate, because at the end of the day, apart from religion, apart from the AAP being the de facto choice of many Muslims in Delhi, they also are concerned that there are problems which haven't been addressed. And the MLA is responsible for it and not directly Arvind Kejriwal, obviously. And hence, if they are unhappy with their MLA, then the Congress definitely is getting the Muslim vote, a section of it eating it away from the Aam Aadmi Party.
Okay.
I don't think AIMIM is going to make much gains. Well, we don't know. It's 2 seats, and Asaduddin Owaisi has been campaigning. His rallies are seeing like thousands and thousands of people.
I'm going to come to the widely held view that, the Congress doing even a little bit better is actually advantage BJP. I'll come to that, at the end. But Pooja, you're about to head into the city as well to begin your Delhi Dangal shoots as well. What is standing out for you when you were doing your research and what you wanted to cover? What's shouting out to you about this Delhi election? And it's not the first Delhi election you've covered.
Absolutely. I've not only covered the previous 3 elections, but this is my city.
Yeah.
Like, I've lived in Delhi all my life. So, Delhi has lived in eras. We are living in an Aam Aadmi Party era. Previously was the Congress Sheila Dikshit era. Before that was the BJP era of Sahib Singh Varma, Madan Lal Khurana, Sushma Swaraj. So is Delhi now ready to switch that era again, or are they comfortable with Arvind Kejriwal's era? That's what they're thinking. Delhi is a smart voter, has voted for the BJP in the past few elections as MPs for Lok Sabha, has voted, the same voter voted for Aam Aadmi Party and Arvind Kejriwal. So they know what helps in which issues. So I am definitely excited to watch the BJP this time. The past few, about 20 years, we haven't seen the Bharatiya Janata Party. 24 years.
27.
And
Is it 27?
Exactly, specifically.
So more than quarter of
after 2000, we haven't seen really BJP make for it. And suddenly you see this hunger, you see this ambition that they possibly sense an opportunity. Whether it's because they believe the Congress is going away or fading, they think Aam Aadmi Party is on all loose footing. But you see the kind of campaigning.
They always sensed an opportunity. Pooja.
Yes, but previously you've
Isn't it
not
like
seen.
BJP is always aggressive?
Correct. But I think previously they realized they don't have really a stronghold in Delhi elections.
Also
so they
almost
would take
completely wiped out.
But that's what I think I like about the BJP, that they'll give it a strong fight and then they'll see. However, also I'm not happy to see Congress's national leadership not giving that fight. This is Congress era of 15 years, and suddenly I feel that Sandeep Dikshit, local candidates, Fahad Suri, they are the ones out campaigning. I would like to see more senior leadership come out and about.
But like Sneha was saying, there seems to be a a difficult dilemma. I'll come back to the Congress.
It's also a strategy, I'll tell you, Shiv. I think the Congress knows its limitations, so it's focusing on areas from where it could reap benefits.
Or doesn't want the BJP
It's
to
looking at Muslim belts. It knows that there could be disadvantage Aam Aadmi Party in certain areas, and the strategy is very limited. कि बहुत सारी चीजें अपने से नहीं हो पाएगा, So let's do what we can in Delhi. Remember, this is a party that doesn't have a single MLA right now.
Yeah.
The challenge this time is that they may even have the vote share, but how difficult is that going to be to convert it into a seat?
And also,
it's a big challenge for the Congress.
Let's remember that since Delhi got its assembly, it's the Congress party that has been in power for the longest stretch of time. 3 full terms. So for a party like that to have a listless campaign is almost unthinkable, as Pooja said. Speaking about the BJP, Aishwarya, and you've been plugged in there as well. Is this like a we sniff victory? We actually see a chance here, or is it just about recovery from obliteration the last time?
No, see, one thing BJP is very, very clear about, they have understood one thing, they have a core voter base, and that's the reason why it's been 10 on 10. 7 on 7 like that, but they have been able to make sure 2014, 7 on 7, 2019, 7 on 7, 2024, 7 on 7.
But look at the assembly.
So they know that they have this vote share, which is why now you are seeing a very targeted approach being done by the BJP. Sam, Dam, Dand, Bhed is the reality that we are seeing as far as BJP is concerned. Also, one thing that Arvind Kejriwal has done this time, he is not targeting Prime Minister Modi. He is targeting Home Minister Amit Shah.
Correct.
Yeah.
And that is something.
Smiling.
And that is something.
We will
which-
find out
Yes.
why Amit is smiling right after
This
this.
suspicious smile when it.
But that's correct. No, not
Yes,
Modi, but
not
Home Minister
Modi.
Amit Shah.
So it is Home Minister Amit Shah.
All the posters.
On the other side, it is Prime Minister Modi who in the 2 rallies said, I could have made a Sheesh Mahal. I have not done this. So we are seeing it really has become bringing out the personal style of people. So Prime Minister Modi also is now trying to make sure wherever he goes, he shows his more personal side, trying to appeal to the people and saying, you just need to give us a chance,
Yeah.
a small chance. And with that chance, we'll make sure that we change Delhi.
Preeti, explain this for us, because you've seen this up close as well. The choice of going after Amit Shah, not so much Modi. The choice of issues that they've raised as well. Just break that down for us.
Well,
the
one
thinking
thing is
process.
very simple. Number one, I don't believe that they're not going after Modi. They are going after the Prime Minister as well. But number one, why are they specifically going after Amit Shah? Hark back to 2020. One of the main reasons that campaign, the entire BJP campaign was run by Amit Shah. He did 23 rallies in 2020. The kind of hit that they saw, we'll all remember, यहाँ पर बटन दबाओ करण शाहीन बाग में लगेगा. The polarizing factor of that election came from Amit Shah. So therefore, they feel that the last 6 days are very important. They have to build a narrative, number one. So therefore attacking Amit Shah. It's not that they're not attacking Prime Minister Modi. If there is a Sheesh Mahal, there is a Raj Mahal counter to that as well, where the party is concerned. But I disagree, because we've been speaking about the Congress. I think that ship has sailed for the Congress. And why do I say it?
Never coming back.
No. In this election, which we're saying that the Congress will take a sizable Muslim
Too
vote,
late.
I think it's too late in the day. Why do I say that? Till about a week ago, when Rahul Gandhi held his first rally in Selampur for a reason, 50% of that vote, over 50% is the minority vote, right? So he held it there. There was strong messaging that went. Then what you did see was, Shiv, the entire top brass disappears. Okay, fine, I understand Rahul Gandhi is unwell and he cannot really campaign. Where's Priyanka Gandhi?
where the others?
Where's Mr. Khadge? If Mr. Khadge had held certain rallies in the Dalit areas, what is the Congress going after? Going after the minority vote and the Dalit vote? Can you get a bigger face, Dalit face than Mr. Khadge?
Unless this
if
is
you
a
had fielded
strategy,
it.
Preeti,
The strategy is very clear.
It
The
would get
strategy
divided.
is, if we actually come in, at best we're going to push our vote share from what was 4% in 2020, 4.6% in 2020. You take it up at best to about 8%. It really brings you nothing. It's an election that you can sacrifice. I feel that it's stupid. I feel it's to cut your nails,
It sort of
goes to
cements
spite your
their
face.
obliteration.
Yeah, because I feel that the top brass is, I don't know, Mosmi would be better to come in on that. But why
Just to preface what before Mosmi gets in, if our viewers from other parts of the country will be wondering why we're talking so much about the Congress party in
It's
the
an
context
X
of
factor, this
Delhi.
election.
It's a huge X factor
Yes.
if you've seen our coverage. B, like I said, they've been in power for the longest in Delhi. And C, also the middle class in Delhi, all of you will agree with me, look at the Sheila Dikshit era as a kind of golden age of Delhi.
And
In fact,
but
just a small nugget. The place where we're sitting right now, this very elite part of Delhi, actually came up during the fag end of the BJP era, but came into its own under Sheila Dikshit. So Sheila Dikshit is given
But,
credit for where we're
all of
sitting.
that is there. All of that is there, Shiv. But like I said, the Congress was the X factor, no longer so. I'll tell you where there's a dent in the minority vote, which is very outwardly for the Aam Aadmi Party. That comes in from the riot hit areas. Because then Arvind Kejriwal's soft Hindutva approach, Arvind Kejriwal not saying a word post-2020 riots, has dug in deep and cut. So, there is a section of the minority vote in riot-hit areas which thinks that, okay, fine, he didn't come in for us, we are going to go to the Congress. But ultimately, the 12% minority vote in the national capital, it's about 12%, will, when the day comes to cast their vote, if this is a vote which wants to defeat
it's
the
a
BJP,
choice,
right?
saying
They
no.
will automatically galvanize behind the. It's a default option.
Okay.
It will happen. This is a bipolar election now. I don't see it being a triangular
Okay.
contest. Number one. I just want to add
Interesting.
one more
Yeah.
thing. You spoke about the middle class. That's the interesting aspect of the middle class in Delhi. 55% of this middle class, vis-a-vis, so 55 voted in 2015 for the Aam Aadmi Party.
Yeah.
53% of this middle class voted in 2020 for the Aam Aadmi Party. Now, this is the same middle class which is considered a dyed-in-wool vote bank for the Bharatiya Janata
Yeah,
Party.
yeah.
So when you are talking about Sheesh Mahal, when you're talking about corruption charges, this is a middle class that doesn't really look at that 2,100 rupees direct cash transfer.
Okay.
It wants their kids to study
This
in
is very
schools.
interesting. Yeah, you can come
So
in
the
as well.
BJP is targeting
I
that.
want to pick up on that fact where Preeti says this is not a triangular contest. What the Congress could do, that's irrelevant right now in terms of this election. Yeah, you want to
Even
come in.
even in the political war, the poster war that you see, it's between BJP and Aam Aadmi Party. Usually every morning we have a nice creative poster inspired by some film. But talking about the Aam Aadmi Party here, I think the AAP is being very smart this time, Shiv. Of course, there's a certain Muslim factor that's inching towards the Aam Aadmi Party compared to Congress. But look at the AAP. They had the Pujari Granthi scheme just before a few days ago, because they are catering to a certain group which may be otherwise seen very naturally
Soft
towards
Hindutva.
the
Outward
BJP.
soft Hindutva.
Which they've been doing for a while.
Yes, and now the Aam Aadmi Party realizes they want to inch towards the temples, the gurdwaras, the Hindu section as
But
well
is
to
it
tell
too
them.
late, Pooja? Like you doing it in the election, you announced.
No, but he's
the
always
Pujari
done it.
Granthi.
Yes,
No, he has
Not the
always
first
done
time.
it.
Not
What
first
I mean,
time.
He did it with
who knows?
Ayodhya.
He does
I'm
it
just saying that
always
you
done
had an Udit Raj and the Dalit community protesting कि अपने पुजारी ग्रंथि के लिए you're doing it. Then why not for the Ravidas Mandirs, the Valmikis? Why not for the Christian priests?
But
You
has
should announce
Muslim
that also.
clerics, Muslim clerics pehle.
So the Muslim, so the Congress is saying, the Muslim leaders are saying, why not the same amount for the Muslim clerics?
By the
Why
way, that's
less amount for the
factually,
Muslim
by the
clerics?
way, that's factually
Amit,
incorrect
yes.
as well. I heard the Congress leaders saying that imams are being given 8,000. The fact remains it's 18,000, 16,000.
Yes.
So you are not even factually correct. The Congress leadership
To take on.
preparation for the election is such that the biggest plank that you want to hit on Arvind Kejriwal, that देखो कम दे रहे हैं, इमामों को कम दे रहे हैं, but he's already paying 18,000, 16,000.
Meera, I have one submission to make the point which you're saying. You can complete your point. The thing is that you're saying Congress is not a factor. I disagree with that because one of enemy.
So you're saying it is a triangular fight?
An enemy calling an enemy a thief is a different thing. A friend, an ally who you shared the stage with, saying, "Oh, this is not Paris. Oh, this is, look at this. Oh, he's a liar. He's equal to Modi. Modi and Arvind Kejriwal are the same. It's huge. Rahul Gandhi turning its
If
his
you
back.
remember, Mosmi,
I
during
look-
Sheila
It's huge.
era, when all these green buses had come, it was for the first time moving on from the usual buses. And I remember there were charges of corruption. But for a Delhi wala Shiv, honestly, I don't think that even the corruption charges mattered a lot because they were witnessing development. They saw changes were happening.
But I think there are
And I think that's how the
here.
Delhi person thinks. We are
As
not,
far as the
it's
middle
not,
class
BJP
is
agrees
concerned.
with what Mosmi is saying. Mosmi, yes, it happens at times. BJP.
It's about political thinking. You know,
Yes,
I can
yes, see.
perhaps give them some
Yes.
suggestions.
They might need it actually.
Yeah, they need to speak to
BJP
some advisors.
actually thinks Congress is doing well. They really think so. Earlier it was BJP versus Aam Aadmi Party versus Sandeep Dixit, but that is not the case now. Yes, the top leadership is missing, but I think if we speak about candidates, Congress has got good candidates.
Okay.
And BJP actually is now really hoping that Congress will push above its weight. BJP is doing what it can. See, it's got a strategy. The strategy is, so this is the entire Delhi.
But it has to win back that entire middle class, which, as Preeti pointed out, has all gone to AAP.
They are thinking that this is something which 2024 7 on 7 we already have it. What they are now in a targeted manner doing is to make sure women voters, the Juggi Jhopdis, the solid vote bank of Aam Aadmi Party is something that they are looking at denting. Will they be able to do it? it's a bit of a question still.
There are a couple of anecdotes I wanted to share. In Jharkhand, I was speaking to Amit Shah, Home Minister. He said we have done so well in the Lok Sabha elections, we will be sweeping Jharkhand elections. But that's not how it works out. Assembly elections are different from your Lok Sabha elections. 7 on 7, but what's your fate in 2015 Vidhan Sabha, 2020 Vidhan Sabha? You have been completely demolished by Arvind Kejriwal, number one. Number two, I like the phrase that Aishwarya had used a couple of minutes back, Sam, Dam, Dand, Bhed. That is what Aam Aadmi Party is also pointing at. Look, क्या हो रहा है? जूते बांटे जा रहे हैं, पैसे बांटे जा रहे हैं.
Both AAP and BJP are doing
But
that.
nobody has been caught on camera, you know, outrightly doing it and not even denying. I was right outside Parvez Verma's house when this money was being distributed from his house, from his residence, and you had police coming in. Nothing happened. Imagine this happening with any other TMC. Imagine this happening with Aam Aadmi Party. Imagine this happening with Congress Party. You will see the agencies knocking on their doors. So that is what AAP is also putting around. This time around the elections, our biggest fear is whether this election is going to be free and fair or not. Number one. Number two, very interesting things are happening, which are political claims obviously, is that not only money is being distributed, like Arvind Kejriwal said yesterday, oaths, these jhuggiwalas are being made to take oaths. So literally you have, we have also heard from our different sources that within the Juggis, Ram Mandir statues are being taken, they are made to take oaths saying ki, oh, you have taken money, you vote for us. But unfortunately or fortunately so far, Delhi voters at least do not go by such things. Even after taking money, they will not necessarily vote for you.
Yeah, this
That
is
has
what
been
I
the
want
trend.
to say, that people,
So
2100 by Aam Aadmi Party, 2500 by BJP and Congress. But the fact is that the people who are getting this money, who will eventually be getting this money, are saying it doesn't matter. One-time payment or payment of this nature may not come our way. What's actually, I feel, working for the Aam Aadmi Party, and that's why I said the other day that I think freebies will win these elections. Women voters of Delhi,
The
to
free
whom
bus
that
service
matters. The
definitely
bus
helps.
service is free. The lower middle class, the middle class, and you know, a certain section of the society, I'll tell you, are voting with Arvind Kejriwal for LPG, for Bijli, Pani, Sasta or free, either ways.
But both sides, all the sides are offering
This is,
freebies, right?
yes, no, but as
why?
The
Why
freebie
would
war has
he's
become
on
a
the front
fixture in all
foot.
elections.
Yeah, but he's on the front foot when it comes to, because he's been in government.
No, but
So
you-
he's giving the Delhi people, the people living in Delhi,
So it
are
works the
receiving
same way as
less.
it worked in Chhattisgarh for the
Exactly.
BJP who implemented the scheme earlier on.
Yes.
Got the
Preeti, you wanna add
What
something?
really doesn't work.
The fact is, money distribution, muscle power, you know, as unfortunate that this is, it's now part and parcel of what an Indian election looks like. So really, I don't think that the Aam Aadmi Party can take the crutch and of, you know, that money is being distributed. Ultimately, the writing will be on the wall when it comes on the 8th, you know, of February. But what needs to be seen? Certain seats shift. Why is the BJP, and it's interesting for our viewers, you know, there's a sense right now, if you're going to the New Delhi constituency, which is the Chief Minister's constituency, there is a sense in the BJP cadre, I'm just talking about the BJP cadre, कि इस बार Nandigram करना है. Now hark back to what happened,
Yes.
which is to defeat Mamta on her turf, which was Nandigram, even if she wins the election. So, but what is really happening is, because New Delhi is such a strange constituency where ultimately the votes which will be cast on the 5th of February won't be more than about 85,000, you know, that will be the number of votes. So it's so small that it's very easy to dent, it's very easy to influence. So what we are also witnessing are these micro battles between a larger plot. So if Manish Sisodia's seat in Jangpura is being threatened, if an Arvind Kejriwal is unsafe on his New Delhi seat, you know, those are big talking points, because ultimately, let's say the Aam Aadmi Party pulls this election, but the BJP will come out and claim moral victory if Arvind Kejriwal loses, you know, New Delhi. So, you know, there are a lot of cogs within the wheels that are functioning right now, but last 3 or 4 days will be crucial where the Delhi election is concerned. And I'll give you anecdotes. What happened? And I'll give
last
you
few days.
Last 4-5 days is where everything is
And
decided.
that's why the Gandhis are setting in the last
We only got to that.
So they say that-
Okay.
That sore throat is going to solve itself.
So the Congress doesn't have the resources or the wherewithal or the organization. So they say not 70, 25, not 25, 20, not 25, 8. 7, 8 seats and get the Gandhis going.
Yeah, you know, come on, watch me. I'll tell you what. Okay, the Congress, if they really wanted to fight it, I understand. Okay, the Gandhis don't want to come in. You could have deployed a Sachin pilot on the Gujar vote. There is so much you could do. You're not doing it. But okay, I'm not even getting into that.
They bungled on Maharashtra.
I'll tell you
they
why.
bungled on Haryana. That's a trademark of the Congress.
Not much, we said it for what it is. I'll tell you why I feel it's going to be a bipolar contest and why the Congress, which seemingly was doing well, might not be able to do so. There's also the entry of Yogi Adityanath into all of this. 14 rallies Yogi Adityanath is going to hold this time around. What it does, Shiv, the BJP's ploy Aishwarya can dip in is to pull away the Purvanchali vote, which had en masse voted, not en masse, but a lot of it had gone to the Aam Aadmi Party to invoke Hindutva, UP sentiment in the
And that's why that's
vote.
become such a
But
outsized
why
issue
can
here.
it? How can it backfire as well? The Aam Aadmi Party actually is thanking its stars that Yogi Adityanath has come into the fray. Why I say that is because still now the BJP was running a polarizing campaign without running a polarizing
Yes,
campaign.
yes. They were very
You have
subtle.
given out the subtle messaging
Now
by
it's out- now it's straight.
You've given out subtle messaging by giving tickets to Ramesh Biduri. You've given out clear messaging by fielding Kapil Mishra from Karawal Nagar. You didn't really need to say it. And why it would have helped the BJP is because those fence sitters that Sneha was talking about, the Muslim vote, right? Those who thought, yeah, is baar Congress ko denge. When an Yogi Adityanath comes on a very clear polarizing pitch, the fence sitter says isko deke barbad hoga vote, then counter polarization starts. The Aam Aadmi Party wants exactly this because they are not saying a word to appease the Muslim vote. If
Then
you've
they become
seen
the
it.
de facto
They're just letting it
But
happen
they are hoping it
organically.
will happen through this.
No, but let me tell
And
you,
then they
Preeti,
become
one
the de
thing.
facto choice.
Ramesh Biduri has been pulled up, has really been pulled up, and yes, his nomination was in the doldrums. He has been asked to zip it, actually.
I
The
agree. I tried to get an interview
he
from him, 2
has been
questions he
asked to
moved.
zip it because BJP now has understood that this Hindu-Muslim, at least in the national capital, will not be working.
Yogi Adityanath fielded
But-
14 rallies.
But Preeti, when he is on the stage, are you listening to him saying those words, the words which he is famous for? He's not doing that.
He's not doing that.
But-
The banner in the rally
But
2 days
yes,
ago said
that is the subtle thing which BJP, yes, because see, that is what BJP
No, but he's
has
also
done.
he's not
He's
about
not
development.
saying it. Yes, see,
Yogi
but the
Adityanath
banner
is talking
strategy
about
is
clean
BJP's,
Yamuna River, about
BJP's strategy
infrastructure.
is, yes, we need to fight it, but somewhere they have understood that this one thing, this coffee will not be for everyone.
And
So
this-
we have to make sure that,
This
you know, this
conversation also
conversation
is so disappointing. We're
So they are
talking
now
about
saying-
the
yeah,
country's
they are
capital
saying-
city.
we will
It
say-
needs to look like a capital city. It needs to look different from other
I was
states.
gonna ask that, actually.
Yes, we're staying in a city which is historic, which is the culture is so rich. There's just so much happening. No Neta has reached out to me as a voter. It's all about castes, calculations, all kinds happening. What about employment? What kind of jobs can you bring to Delhi?
And if all of us have gone out in the field, I want one person to raise their hands if somebody's told them pollution is an issue.
Pollution.
Pollution vote hoga.
I mean, look at the Yamuna
I
River.
haven't met anyone.
Even I have-
We've heard Yogi talking about the Yamuna,
Why
but
don't you
that's
take
it.
a dip?
Yeah.
You know-
But that was also couched in.
Shiv, today Parvesh Verma has taken a caricature cutout of Arvind Kejriwal, put it in the Yamuna. Now the issue is not कि Yamuna साफ नहीं है for hygiene and health reasons. The issue is कि वहाँ महाकुंभ में
हाँ.
उत्तर प्रदेश में जब हम डुबकी लगा रहे हैं तो यहाँ पर कौन लगा? It's a religious message.
see,
It's not. It's also religious.
Look, guys, I don't think anyone should be surprised with, political symbolism and rhetoric, especially, since this is a high-stakes election in the national capital. And, unlike the Sheila Dikshit era where she got her third term because her opponents were like a bunch of toy soldiers.
And also she worked. And also
Here
she
you've got,
delivered.
a strong sort of teams actually, and 10 years anti-incumbency is not a joke. But I think Preeti's question is actually a good one. Why aren't we hearing more about infrastructure, about roads, about Delhi? There is a general sense in Delhi.
दिल्ली मतलबी है मुझे लगता है दिल्ली मतलबी
There is a general sense in Delhi that the
Dilwalon ki hai.
city is in
Dilwalon ki
decay.
मतलब ही है।
I have one strong, opposition to this particular line of thought process that we have built about the freebies and about the lower middle class or lower strata voters in Delhi. Covering 3 elections, 15, 20 and 25, what I felt if you go to the Jhuggi Bastis, the first thing that you speak, when you speak to women voters there, they do not talk about Bijli and Pani, they speak about the PTMs. They speak about the Delhi schools, the infrastructure in the schools which has changed, and that is a loyalty vote bank which has been,
He's built
Good
in.
education.
You know,
This
Arvind
Mohalla
Kejriwal
clinics as
has
much
been
as you
able
want
to
to.
create, which even the leftists were not
An
able to
education
create,
vote bank.
a class-based
Yeah.
vote bank. A class-based vote bank where everything, like Purvachali, everything falls by the wayside. He's been able to create that, which very, very few leadership. Hark your memory. We don't know too many who've been able to do
undoubtedly.
it.
This
I have
Mohalla
a
clinics
question
as
to
much as
that.
you want to, but
Okay, he's been able to build it, but why not in other states?
Sorry?
Why not in other states?
Because your core is, see, Aishwarya, like why I say, I think other than Manmohan Singh, if you look at Sheila Dikshit, history will remember her kinder than what we did at that point of time. Because
Towards
we
the
went
end,
after Sheila Dikshit. Today we are all sitting here and singing paeans of how good Sheila Dikshit was as an administrator. What really happened was a perfect storm, Aishwarya, at that point of time. You had the Anna protest, you had
Nirbhaya.
you had the Commonwealth Games, right? You had all three of them coming in together. It created a perfect political storm, and then you had somebody who was this Aam Aadmi commoner rising from the ranks like Arvind Kejriwal. So that was the perfect storm. Strangely, in a convoluted way, Shiv, today, Arvind Kejriwal, of course, the kind of charges are not what they were, what Sheila Dikshit was facing, which was,
Corruption, massive corruption.
law and order, everything, like everything was pinned on her. But he's been faced, the last 2 years, he's faced everything. But it's a similar situation. Arvind Kejriwal today is standing where Sheila Dikshit was standing. The difference is only one difference, that there is no Arvind Kejriwal in front of Arvind Kejriwal.
True.
That's why Delhi. That's why he's been able to consolidate.
That's why Sandeep
Very
Dikshit
quick
is a
final
very
comments,
important factor. Sandeep Dikshit could spoil the game for Arvind Kejriwal to the benefit of
He's
the
like
BJP.
a lone warrior.
Yeah, he's like a lone
Yes,
warrior.
but he's really calling out Arvind Kejriwal very aggressively,
Takes guts,
and he keeps talking about Sheila Dikshit and saying now Arvind Kejriwal should remember Sheila Dikshit. So I think Arvind Kejriwal is being given the biggest headache by Sandeep Dikshit. And they were very
I
annoyed.
agree with her.
They were very annoyed that the Congress pitched Sandeep Dikshit. It's also the Brahmin factor. It's also the Sheila Dikshit legacy.
Emotion.
And he's more, the way he talks, he's a Delhi wala.
He also sort of doesn't give a damn about the niceties of that the Congress imposes as part of the alliance.
Does
He's looking
Gives it
on,
straight.
And he's on his own.
Revenge.
Revenge,
You
yeah.
want to come back and
Avenging
make sure
his
this
mother,
man
yeah,
is
yeah.
in the
in his
position of
rallies,
his
the war
mother.
cry is, the slogans in Sandeep Dikshit's rallies are, button dabao haath mein, Sheila Dikshit ke yaad mein. So there he has also
Oh, wow, he's saying that.
hoping to benefit. I want to tell you one thing. I met Parvesh Verma when he was campaigning in his constituency. He said, Delhi mein fight बीजेपी और अरविंद केजरीवाल और आपके बीच में है, लेकिन हमारे कंस्टिट्यूएंसी में शीला दीक्षित जी के वजह से बीजेपी एडमिटिंग, एंड वी हैव दैट ऑन कैमरा, संदीप दीक्षित को फायदा होगा.
Wow. Okay.
That is what a BJP
interesting.
is.
Final comments, guys. Then we're going to have our food also.
Two submissions I wanted to do. Number one, for the Congress party is for Congress, hoping this vote share will increase. Where is that vote share increasing from? I have a very quick comment. There was this political leader, Neta, said कि अगर मुझे कोई आदमी मुसलमान एरिया में ले जाके कैंपेन कराएगा, मुस्लिम डोमिनेटेड एरिया में, तो मैं उस लीडर के लिए प्रचार करने दोबारा नहीं जाऊंगा, because it's the easiest thing to get crowd in Muslim dominated area for the opposition party. So why you taking Rahul Gandhi to Muslim dominated area? Take him to a common area where you can gather your crowd. Number one. Number two is, will you take Surya Kumar Yadav to a test match and expect him to perform? Yogi Adityanath not speaking the trademark for Hindutva politics, will it yield benefits for BJP?
Interesting thing about New Delhi, you know how many candidates are there? 31. 31 candidates,
Wow.
yes.
Candidates.
In Atishi, Kalkaji, 16 candidates. Jangpura, 20 candidates. Now, so we have close to 900 candidates
This
who
is
are
tried and
fighting.
tested policy of
I'll
the
give you
Of the BJP.
Rai Bareli this
Independent
time, 2020,
management.
They were Rai
Vote
Bareli this
cutout.
time 2024. Watch me, how many Rahuls were there?
No, but we've seen it in every election this year.
So,
Haryana, Maharashtra,
yes, so
everywhere.
the BJP
Pooja, last
policy
one, yeah.
is this only, especially in New Delhi, it will be a moral victory for them if Arvind Kejriwal loses in New Delhi
Even if the
constituency.
party may
Even if
win.
the party wins.
Nandigram in New Delhi, huh?
My last word is, the city of Delhi has opened its hearts for everyone all the time for years. I hope the Delhi wala now comes out with a decision. Choose very wisely who will support your infrastructure, who will make Delhi look like Delhi, where everyone from across the country can come in. I hope they come out and vote, because we love to criticize, we love to want and demand, but when it's the day for the ballot, we would rather have a coffee somewhere.
And there's no election like a good election. All we want really is a good fight, not the kind of steamrolling that we've seen in all elections. And that raises a lot of questions for the contenders and the people who are casting their vote. Thanks very much for watching this special episode of Democratic Newsroom. The Delhi Dangal continues. 9 days to go for polling. And all of our Delhi Dangal warriors, the next you'll see them on the streets of Delhi. Thanks for watching.